Good morning.
Good morning, Father.
How are you today? Right? It's a beautiful day. The sun is out and it's going to be 45, something like that. So let's enjoy the day. And the spring is coming soon. Next week, this time will be March, right?
Right.
Yeah. All the readings of today invites us to be holy. A call to holiness is nothing but a call to Christian life. Maybe we can put it like that. A call to Christian is nothing but a call to holiness. You might be thinking this question in your mind, why should I become holy? Of course, we might have sometimes, I do my responsibility very well. I play my role exactly, and I am good with everybody. Then why should I become holy? What is the meaning of become holy? See, all good people are not holy people, but all holy people are good people. So God expects us, or God demands us to be holy in everything that we do. Why should we become holy? The reason is very simple. The God whom we follow and the God whom we embrace through baptism is holy, and therefore we have to be holy. And this body that we have, the life that we have received from God is not ours. See, it all belongs to God. Our body belongs to God. Sometimes we always think, oh, this is my body. I can do anything that I want with my body. But that's not the right way. This body belongs to God. As St. Paul says, our body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. So we have no right to pollute our body, but we have all obligations to keep our body holy. The second thing is, how can we become holy? And Jesus is giving us some ways to become holy. Of course, we all will be good in doing all our responsibilities, but being holy is something more. It demands more, actually. Maybe before we get into that, I have a question for you. As all of you are gathered here, somebody gets up from this gathering. Maybe let's put it like that. Maybe you're a stranger. That's not your friend, or he's not your friend or your partner, somebody in the crowd gets up and strikes you on your cheek. How will you react to that situation? What happens? Do you have any answers? You can be very honest and authentic in answering me, no problem.
Speechless. I'd be speechless.
You'll be speechless? Yes. Any more answers? What will you do? How will you react to that situation?
I would go, whoa!
You go, whoa?
Why did you do that?
Yeah, maybe that's a good answer, yeah.
I don't think I would respond by hitting him back.
Okay. Any other answer? You won't give them something in return? Don't give them
I might
points?
do that. I might do that.
You're not very good. I'm surprised. But I had a different answer at 4 p.m. and some people said we'll give them back. So let's see, sometimes we'll give them back also. It happens. So as Terry was saying, we are not supposed to retaliate, right? When somebody strikes on our cheek, we don't have to show the other cheek, but then we can remain cool, or let's not try to retaliate, or let's not try to take revenge on that person. But let's see what happens with that person. What made him do so? So we have to, if that person is in depression, or that person is out of his mind, or is not mentally okay, then we are supposed to do something that can help him to come out of his own issues and problems. So when we retaliate, we just become like that person. But when we make a reconciliation, then we become holy. So God tells us not to retaliate, but make reconciliations. That's something beautiful, and that's how we all become holy. Because so many beautiful things in our Catholic Church. One of the most beautiful things that we have in our church is the saints. We venerate the saints. Why? Because their life become example for us. They all become role model for us, and that's the reason we venerate them. It's not only they just had a faith, they expressed their faith in their actions. So, and then their life expressed in the faith that they had for God, and everything that they did also expressed their love for God. I would like to tell you one example. In the life of Mother Teresa of Calcutta, one day she had nothing to feed the children at home, the orphan children at home. So she was walking in the street of Calcutta and then picking for some food. And she got nothing the other day, so we went to the big mall. And she met the owner of the mall, and then she was literally begging like this, would you give me something to feed my children? That rich man got angry and he really spat at the palm of Mother Teresa of Calcutta. Mother Teresa of Calcutta did not react to that negatively, but she was very quiet and cool. She said, all that you did is enough for me. Would you give me something more? So that words of Mother Teresa changed him a lot. Of course, she was literally saying, you speak more. That's what she was saying. But that incident changed the rich man a lot. And then the next day, the rich man sent a food in a full container to Mother Teresa home. So likewise, when there are some situations, what matters to us is how do we react to that situation. And the second thing, we are supposed to be ready to accept the offense that comes from people. Not only offense, also accept the people who causes trouble to you. Here Jesus says, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. Who is our enemy? We don't have big enemies, of course, right? We don't have big enemies. But let's think it in the way, the people who cause trouble to us. Maybe sometime your partner can cause trouble to you, your kids, maybe your brothers and sisters, maybe anybody in the community can cause some trouble to you. But how do you react to them? How do you handle them? That's more important. Maybe let's take your life partner is always yelling at you, causing some trouble to you. So he tortures you, something like that. See, in that sense, how do you react to him? You want to retaliate? But what you can do is, you can put the person who causes trouble to you in shame. How can you put that person in shame? The more trouble that he causes you, and the more love you have to show. So in that way, you can really put that person in shame. But the time will come, the person will realize, oh, my partner has been showing me so much of love, though I have been torturing him or her. So that's how we try to handle the situations, and thus we become a holy person. So as Lord says, help people who are not ready to help you. Love people who are not ready to love you, and accept people who are not accepting you. And these are the ways of becoming holy. Of course, sometimes it's really hard. It's not sometimes, it's always hard, but that's really beautiful. As Jesus says that we are called to become holy, let's become holy by following the commandments of God. Let's love one another. May God bless you. Amen.
Amen.
Amen.